Send you all back home. No one forces you to choose. It is yours. Mimi, wait. You hear Commander Kate. This is important to natural
Pacific Ocean.
It's cherry cheesecake.
Cherry what?
But they call it like keto fluff.
Keto food. Keto food.
Oh,
I'm playing
Oh, it's
GTA
wonderful.
Drive
All right.
this week.
it's really good.
You turd. So it's good?
It's very good.
Okay. All right, so we have a win for this. Jeremy's dream car. I wish I were kidding. Am I kidding?
Nope.
We're on our second walk of the day. Or no, I mean our second activity. This one has to be outside. We're on day 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see that again.
What are you, Jerry, trying to catch the air?
I don't know what he's doing. He's a goofball.
Alright guys, so it is Friday. I got off work just a little bit ago. Jeremy and I went and walked the track. Turns out there's a track by his house, so we never even knew it. It's got a little playground and everything, so Joe can play and we can walk. My last cup of coffee for the day. I probably shouldn't even been having this, but I wanted a coffee. It's just little bubbles, and I thought there was something in it. So that was just a little glimpse into this week. I'd like to say that there was more that went on, but there wasn't. It was pretty much just all keto and work and Joe. But it was a pretty successful week. I'm on day 11, I think, day 11 or day 12. I think that's a good sign that I can't remember the day, so I'm not so focused on checking things off. I still have my reading left, and I think that's it. I already did my outside workout. Y'all, the heat, I don't know if you can see my neck, is not my friend. I have been having hot flashes all day long. That is something I was really hoping that this diet would fix or at least lessen, and it almost seems to have made them worse. So there's a couple issues that I'm having, but like I said, I'm gonna wait until next week to reassess them. I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant or not, but I don't eat a lot of dairy in general, but I've never had a problem with it before. So I'm wondering if now I'm just having some issues with it because it's so much. So I've kind of cut down on it and just am trying to ease into it. I'm just not a big meat eater. So I've been eating a lot of avocados, a lot of eggs. I guess eggs are meat. I know eggs are poultry. I'm not really sure. Yeah, drinking a ton of water, obviously. But yeah, so I've noticed I've been having some stomach issues and the hot flashes are really bad. But like I said, I really think that's all more tied to something else, but we'll look at that next week. But yeah, I've been getting these, when I get the hot flashes, I've been getting this rash on my neck, gosh, for about 7 or 8 months now. So I know I need to talk to my doctor about it. It goes away when I stop getting hot though. And it's definitely a hot flash, but it's ridiculous. It's also the heat here. It's like about 70 degrees. No, it's not 70 degrees. It's about 80 degrees. It's 80. So I don't do well in the heat in general anyway. You'll never hear me complain about the cold. I love the cold. But it is nice to the heat. You don't have to worry about driving in the winter. So I showed you guys just a little bit of Joe reading because it was super cute. He got to do his first Scholastic book fair this week and he was reading his book. So I was really excited. Reading's always been really important to me and I always loved it, and I just it always tickles me to see my kids enjoy it. All of my kids enjoy reading. They didn't at first. It was kind of forced upon them, but when we homeschooled, I thought reading anything was possibly was the most important thing you can do, and it seems to have stuck with them for the most part. So what is going on? Jeremy and I are having our own little date night tomorrow night. Work's been super slow, and that's really just about it. It's a pretty boring week, so that's why this video is pretty short. That's why I put this little talking thing on here so I could have it just to be at least a little bit more than 10 minutes. So let's assess how I feel this week. I took advice from my therapist and I was making notes on each day on how I feel, which the app offers that choice. And the thing that I've noticed that's consistent is I feel better when normally in the mornings, I get up at 3 and I immediately get up and start walking. I usually walk back and forth in the house just to kind of get myself woke up. But time is of the essence, so that's how I start my workout, just a walk. However, I notice I feel better when I start my workout immediately jumping into Zumba or the Ring Fit. I just don't want to the first thing, but I did notice that. I feel better when I work out in the cold, when it's extremely cold, which now it's not really, there's not any cold. And then the nausea. I've had a lot of nausea, is that how you say it? I've just been super nauseous. My Strattera makes my stomach hurt. And then all the water on top of it, I think is not a good combination. So this morning I waited to take my Strattera till a little bit later. And that seemed to balance out. So I might have to do that. But it was 2 mornings in a row that I was so sick. I thought I was gonna, and I didn't, but it was bad enough. And that's not something that I normally have issues with. So I was pretty concerned about that. I'm obviously really hungry on the days that I work, but I'm on my feet all day long. The food, I am struggling with eating whatever I'm craving. I think I'm craving salt, and I'll eat something and that's not it. And then I'm just really hungry. And then I think I'm craving something sweet, and I can't, some of the keto fluff was really good, as you guys saw. It was super, super good. That made my stomach hurt, but I think that would make anybody's stomach hurt because that was just straight up dairy. But it was really amazing. As you saw, Jeremy and his ornery little self, he loved it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make one tomorrow night for our date night. He's going to cook some shrimp and some hamburger patties. So that's something I'm going to try and incorporate more, is a little bit of meat. I have been living off of those 0 carb wraps and cheese and jalapenos and banana peppers, which those 2 are my best friends. Oh, those are amazing. But our fresh jalapeno peppers up here aren't very good. They're not spicy at all. So I had to buy some of the pickled ones, which are pretty good. Now, there's some things that I did not expect to have hidden carbs in. Chick-fil-A's Diet Lemonade, 14 carbs. What else was it that had hidden carbs? I know a lot of the sauces have hidden carbs. Coleslaw, because I kept reading that coleslaw was super keto-friendly. It's only keto-friendly if you make it yourself or really look for it, I guess. Which makes sense because the coleslaws that I like are always of course, super sweet. So I can't eat any of those. And then like the hot dogs and the sausages, which that makes sense too, because there's a ton of fillers and all that crap in there. Hey, but I got to tell you guys, I absolutely love you all sharing your low carb recipes down here. I did not expect for this to go as well. And you guys seem to really interact with it well. So please, any tips, any recipes, that stuff like that, I really, really appreciate it. One of y'all recommended cheese and meat. So for like snacky snacks. I love that. I don't know why I didn't think about it. So I got some salami and some fresh mozzarella, which I love both of those. I'm not so big on pepperoni. I like cooked pepperoni, like the crispy stuff off of like a pizza, but not just raw. Well, it's not raw, but not just pepperoni out of the bag. Next week, hopefully, I'll have a little bit more energy and want to make some more recipes. I'm still not feeling that energy, but I mean, all the junk and stuff that I put into my body, I know it's not just gonna be miraculous in like however many days it is. I got to give it a little bit more time. We're sticking with 75 hard. Still, like I said, I think I'm confusing people. I'm doing 75 hard, which if you don't know, it's 2 workouts a day, 2 45-minute workouts a day, 1 outside, 1 whatever. They have to be 3 hours apart. You read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, take a progress pick a diet and stick to it. I'm on keto. I am not on keto just for 75 hard. I'm on keto for my mental health. And because I do plan to stay low carb, not necessarily keto, but low carb after the 75 days are up. The reason we chose 75 hard is because we're prepping for a race, a 10K. Harry, stop. A 10K in May. So that's what we're doing. I don't know why I'm leaning over like this. I'm trying not to like fidget, because I'm terrible to fidget. I got pants on. I got shorts on. I look like I didn't. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much about it. My week was pretty uneventful. Oh, next week's video, Jeremy put up a fence for Harry so he could run around in the yard, because we both hated that he was having to be on a little lead. But I've been walking him a lot more, which has been great for both of us. He's got to go on one just about every day, as you all saw. And again, I think what I like the most about the workouts, and they don't have to be like super extreme. There were a couple workouts where I was like super sore, and I spent the majority of it doing like core exercises and stretching. So I wasn't like overworking my legs and stuff like that. Or, you know, you go on a walk with the intention that you're going to walk though, and you're going to exercise. I took him, and I got to quit saying the W word because he's getting excited. So anyway, I went off topic. Jeremy built a fence for Harry, put up my old gate, and I love it. It looks super cute. This week we're going to weed eat, get started on yard work. I'm going to try to get some flowers planted and stuff in the front. So I'm not going to do too much, but enough. I'm going to plant some in the actual hitch. And then I'm going to do some mulch in the front right underneath the hitch. And I've got a flower pot there. So I've got 2 flower pots that I'm going to fill. And of course you got to get some ferns and some hanging plants. I am entertaining the idea of some indoor plants. Now I can keep outdoor plants. I can make those thrive. Inside, no. I don't. And I think it's just me. Everybody says they don't have a green thumb. I think what it is, it's not that they don't have a green thumb. They just don't have, they don't have the desire to do it. And I think that's what it is with the plants. I don't take care of them inside. I don't make it a priority. I don't put it on my to-do list. But I do kind of like the idea of having some hanging plants. So we'll see. All right. I'm getting tired. I got to read. I got to shower. And then I got to go to bed because I got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do this all over again. But like I said, I'm excited. Tomorrow's date night, and I'm sure you guys will see that on next week's vlog video. Let me know what you guys want to see on these Saturday videos. I'm kind of not necessarily running out of ideas, but it feels like it's kind of the same stuff over and over again. So maybe I'll just get kind of creative on what I put on here. But if there's something in particular you guys want to see, just let me know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.